down. It is the Tear It Down Telethon as we wrap up getting into the good stuff. We're coming down the backstretch. As y'all know, we extended your qualifications for the TSNT.org. So for the True Scriptures New Testament mode, Queen Nelson in the building. Let's get it rocking. Let's get it rocking, Queen said. Let me tell y'all something. This is a very special day. We're going to have 3 sessions. This is the first of 3. My wife, Lena, will be joining us just in a second. I'm so proud to be able to be rocking this with you because think about when we started the project on November the 9th, the TSNT, for your brand new folks coming in, anybody that's been around, we knew we had to go attack. We had to go attack the New Testament, the Brit Hadash. We had to, because all of this trash that comes out of the Greek, we couldn't put up with it anymore. Because most people, no, everybody in the world does not have access to a real Brit Hadash translation. Nobody in the world. I'm now convinced. I'm that convinced. We've been doing this, and we've been in the trenches, and we've been doing one live after the next. My wife said, honey, just go live. Not only do the campaign, but bring it to the world through YouTube and stream it over into Facebook. And so we just started hitting the live button, talking to folks. And now we've got over 50 countries that have been represented saying that they love Yahuwah. The kingdom is spreading. When we first started out on our YouTube channel, we had around 13,000 subscribers, which is great, right? But that's over a 3-year period. Over 13,000 over a 3-year period. But listen, starting from November the 9th until now. So what are we talking about? We're talking about December, January, February, March, April, right? So we're less than 6 months. And we went from 13,000 subscribers, and now we're about to hit 80,000 subscribers. And that's because of all of us working together as a team. My wife, give me a thumbs up when she's ready to go. Give me a thumbs up when she's ready to go. All right, here she comes in here. Lena's coming in the building. Let's get Lena in here. What's up, Lena? Can't hear you. Let's get you unmuted. Can we hear you?
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Baby, we got this. Tear it down. Tear it down. Tear it down. Reach it up, grab it, and then rip it down. Yeah, what you got to say about us kicking off this first session? What you got to say about this first session?
To everyone around the world, wherever you are, just grab some notepads and a pen and be ready, because there's a lot of teachings going on. You all know where we at in the process of the translation, so you're gonna hear all the updates on that. And you're going to get some teachings from that, from the True Scriptures.
Can y'all hear Lena? Because somebody said they couldn't hear Lena. I hear Lena good. Does everybody hear Lena? Drop it in the chat if y'all hear Sister Lena. Y'all hear my beautiful wife, Lena?
I got the mic today. So
are you set up with the mic too? Okay. I just want to do let's do a sound check. Y'all give us a sound check. Elizabeth coming in from Ghana. All right. Hannah says she hear you, Lena. All right. We got Sister Hannah. All right. Robert said he hear you. Everybody can hear you. All right, back over to you, babe.
I hear someone say it's very low, so I have the mic, so maybe.
Nah, you sound good. I think, Pamela, there's something going on with yours over there. Everybody else is hearing. All right, but they're saying your sound is low, Lena. They say your sound is low.
Okay, let me make a check and I come back, okay?
All right, she's going to make a check, come back. So I'll take her off for now. Go ahead and get that straight, babe, and we'll bring her back. Again, fam, y'all think about that. Robert Palsik coming in from Budapest, Hungary in the building. I love it. Y'all drop where y'all coming in from. Everybody drop in where they're coming in from. A lot of new people going to be coming through here. So everybody drop their name where they're coming in from. And why don't y'all put I love Yahuwah at the same time? Let's start the Tear It Down Telethon. Now, this is serious Kingdom Business Day. Whenever we do telethons, we're doing major pushes and we're going to ramp up marketing even more. We've proved it. November the 9th, we were sitting at 13,000 subscribers. 13,000. Let me go over here and look on this other one too. I'm going to show y'all what's been happening. Like, and this has just been organic. We just been talking. We've been bringing the truth to the world. So we started around 13,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. And that's our primary streaming platform. We simulcast over into Facebook, and then we'll take cuts and we'll put it on all social media platforms. Y'all give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second here. This is awesome. Now, we had 1,000, right at 1,000 followers on our Promote the Truth Facebook channel when we started this on November the 9th. And that's 2023. Now that's tripled, over tripled. That's approaching 3,500 followers over there. And again, that's not our main platform. Our main platform is on YouTube. We started around 13,000 on YouTube. And guess what? It's now at about 80,000. So you tell me, is what we're doing as a family getting the word of Yahuwah out there? Let's see where we're at. Yeah, we're at 79,533 as of this right here. So more than likely before tomorrow, we'll be at 80,000 subscribers on YouTube, heading towards that 100,000 mark. Our goal over the next year is to get that over 500,000. We want over 500,000 people that are watching the videos. We got hundreds of thousands of views happening every single month. What does that convert to? Well, we do great with our captions. We do great with our descriptions. We don't just put videos up. We have a great marketing team. And so the marketing team, what they do is they do great descriptions. So every time you see us post something, you will notice there's a lot of time, effort, energy that's went into those captions to breaking that down. So I'm excited about that. Jermaine Ford, thank you for that super. Now, babe, are you ready yet? Let's see if she's ready yet. All right, she says she's ready. She believes she's ready. Let's do a mic check.
I'm ready.
Oh, you real up there now. You way up. Say something else.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon. The mic was not connected.
It wasn't connected. Huh? That's a funny one. Huh?
But we are live. Welcome, everyone, on YouTube, on Facebook.
Now move the mic back a little bit. Move it back just a little bit. Now you blasted. You sound like you on a fall horn.
Right there. You guys can hear me?
Yeah, let's try that one. Let's try that one.
I'm making sure you all can really hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you for real now. All right. Now, listen, we're going in. We're going in. Today. You know what's so awesome about this? I don't think I've ever done this, Lena. Like 5 minutes, no, what? No, it was 10 minutes before we started this live. I just finished translating Luke chapter 10. It took me a couple hours for that one. They go back and forth. Some of them I can do in a couple hours. Some of them it might take 5-6 hours for a chapter. You don't know. The names in it, if it's a very heavy names and the names of places and the names of people, that takes more time to translate. Also, when you're dealing with somebody technical like Luqah. So who is Luqah? Well, Luqah was a doctor, physician. He wrote 2 books. He wrote the book of Acts, that's Mahashim. He wrote the book Luke, and they're both long. Lena, they're both long, and they're both very detailed. So before we get into that lesson, I'm going to break down the real Luke chapter 10 that I just translated. So this is a special blessing because this is fresh. It ain't been scrubbed at all. Thank you, Brother James. But before we get going, let's do some housekeeping. What is the purpose of today? And maybe, Lena, you can give some updates on the project, on shipping, on timing, what's things happening, the next steps. Here's the deal. When we do telethon, the mega focus is tsnt.org. We appreciate the supers. They mean a lot to us. But, you understand that YouTube takes a nice little cut out of that too. So on our TSNT is minuscule when it comes to what the cut they take. And then some people choose to go ahead or over on TSNT. They choose to cover the fees. We want to be able to have as much as possible going into actual kingdom business. But we always honor YouTube. They're our main platform. They've been a true blessing for us, Lena. Maybe you can talk about our social media platforms, what you feel they meant, and why did you want me to go live so much, Lena? Let's talk about that before we get it kicked off.
Yes, so let's get into what our brother Jay is saying. on getting all the updates and where we at and how everything is working with Promote the Truth. As everybody knows, you're gonna see it as PTT. But the important thing in what we're doing is that we realized several years ago that the social media, it was going to be so impactful in the world. And people have a phone, a smartphone, no matter where the class or how much money they're making, pretty much people have a smartphone in their hands, or they have access to Facebook, to YouTube, and then we start seeing TikTok coming out. And even though we know that things are being, this world is evil. So we know they have utilized this media to do bad stuff. But not because of that, we're going to ignore what Yahuwah told us, that the knowledge is going to increase at the end of times. So we need to take advantage of that. And that's when we start doing ads, doing more videos. And I told Brother Jay, when we hit live, everybody gets a notification. When you post, you might have a notification, you might not, and you don't want to go scroll and figure out what someone posts. But these lives is like this interaction between, like, you're able to see that we are real, that is someone that is maybe going through the same journey you're going to. So that's why that was so important for us to come here and you able to see who is behind Promote the Truth, because Promote the Truth is being in the world since 2007, and nobody knew who was behind Promote the Truth until 2020.
Lena,
So,
that's 13
yeah.
years. Nobody had a clue who we were.
Correct.
13 years.
And there was a lot of emails and a lot of people that got immersed in Yahuwah's name and learned about the name. And we received a tons of emails and a ton of messages letting us know they was doing that. So the importance of growing with the technology and not being scared or afraid, because we have Yahuwah on us. So is being able to utilize the media and the spread. And that's why we're spreading and we turn down. And that's the purpose of all these telethons, that we're able to get to the masses. And you do the same thing. Like, we can do a roll call from other countries in a little bit, but we have over 50 countries and people all over the world pushing and spreading the true word of Yahuwah and the name. A lot of people out there, they are pushing, not because they are bad, or they just don't know better. A lot of people don't know better. There's a few that are doing it on purpose, and are those that created a lot of these things. But we need to go to those lost sheep that they don't know better. So what a better way to utilize all this. Make sure you hit the like button, like Daniel Levo just said. Thank you so much, Daniel. Make sure you
Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit like and share.
button. It's important that if you're on Facebook or even you're on YouTube, you can share this information. You can put in your story. Stories are very, very good, because people always scrolling through stories. So that's a good place where you can utilize that. And that's how we was able to get the word faster out there. And we still have a lot of work to do. Like, there's a lot of people that needs to know this information. And while we're doing this translation, it's just amazing. And how much deception is in the world, and the influence that the Greek culture have.
I think it's hit you more and more. As you see me, I come over and show you things. Like, give people some insight. Like, when I'm translating, how many times do I go, Lena, come here. Lena, come here. Lena, come here. How many times?
It's daily. Is daily.
Is there any day, Lena, that you see me translating that I got the team doing, support work? Is there any day you don't see any deception from the New Testament Greek translations that's in the world, everyone out there? Is there any day you don't see it?
No, and it's very sad, but I think the way we decided to see that is to be grateful that Yahweh is allowing us to do this job, because you can go crazy and you can go even depressed on just, like, how can this
That's
happen? But why we're
baby, you
gonna
said
use
something
the
that
church?
everybody you just said something everybody can relate to. You feel like you're gonna go crazy because you want how many of y'all wanna do what's right? Y'all can feel my
Yeah.
wife here. Like you wanna do the right thing, but you're reading. And what was happening to you, Lena, before you were able to become a part of following Yahuwah and me knowing these translations? How much has it meant to your spiritual growth over the past 12 years?
It means a lot. And actually, I wish we can find the pictures that we was talking about last night. But you know, several days ago, I can't even remember where these pictures came from. I guess
You
they're from
gotta
some
get that,
of
baby. You
my
gotta find
friends
two
from
or three of them
school.
pictures. You gotta
But there's
find some of them pictures.
pictures. I went to a Catholic school, and there's pictures of me in the church, and everybody is like amazed. Their eyes are just focused and amazed on whatever they do in front was saying. And my eyes, I'm like, what in the heck I'm doing here?
Yeah.
I
Lena looks
was
like she's like
probably
looking off. She's like everybody else is looking up, and Lena's like looking off. I was cracking up the other day, y'all.
and I think my spirit knew from the time I was like, I don't know. I think that picture I probably was 9, something like that. And I just I think it have helped me a lot, finding the truth and understanding those feelings that I had that I probably didn't even knew. Those feelings was related to that unhappiness inside of me, um, that bitterness, because you think you're doing the right thing, because your family is telling you that going to church is okay, that's what they taught you, that saying god is okay, jc's name is okay, and just follow the same trail for your whole life. You think you're okay, but there's something in your soul that is just, there's something there, you just unhappy, you cannot settle. And then finding the truth, it was like an awakening. I felt immediately the day I heard the name Yahuwah. It was like a like when someone is dying and they put that electric thing and they
That
shock you.
shock. They do that shocking.
I felt like that. And then just I think it was the next day or less than 2 days that I felt I was in the shower and I just started screaming that name, and I felt something just coming to me.
So you mean to
And
tell me, Lena? You mean to tell me you didn't have to go to no building? You didn't have to have some pastor go dip you down in the water, this whole process? You mean to tell me you just got in the shower and you called on the name of Yahuwah and got immersed just like that? Is that what you did?
yes, that's what I did, and that's what I'm telling you all. If you just learn about the name of Yahuwah, you need to immerse yourself into the fire and in water, because you need to receive Him. You don't need no preach. You don't need no one to tell you or do some praise over you or do anything. Just get. You don't have a shower. Just get a pot or whatever and just put some water in yourself.
Come
You
on.
can do it with if you have your husband or someone that is a young one, you can do it with them, but you don't have to. No, you
I have
just
to.
you just need to be convicted that you have Jehovah with you and call out. He's going to come and rescue you, but you are the
What'd
one
you
to take.
feel like? So when you were in the shower and you were like, what'd you do? You just started what? What'd you do?
It just felt amazing. I started screaming, and I was having really bad dreams for many
How
years.
loud were you screaming? Were you like, ah,
I screamed 7 times, Yahuwah.
about how loud?
Very loud. I was just like, Yahuwah! Yahuwah! Like crazy. And I was in a hotel. I was in a hotel room. So it was beautiful. It was a beautiful experience, and I want every one of you that have it, because
It receiving him, it completely changed my life. I was abused when I was little for many years, and
Mm.
it released me for many things, and over the years gave me the strength to be able to tell the family, to heal a lot of things. And it was him, it was his strength. And I know that through my joy, he's going to provide that strength. So that's why it's so important that we are able to enjoy life. Like even Yahuwah Mashiach told us, we have to have joy no matter what we're going through. Like look what
Right.
he went through. Look what he did for us. Like every time I got, like, we call it, people call it bad day, like a challenging day or something that is not going on your way. I was thinking like Yahuwah Mashiach just was bust, like it was just like ripping. We was talking to our son. It probably was like nails, and they rip his skin and everything. We're not going through that kind of pain right now. There's
No.
some things that hurt, but if he did that for us, we just have to enjoy life. And part of this translation have taught me that there's things that you're like, I can't believe the world did this, but I just focus on the gratitude. I'm so grateful that we're
That's
able
a
to
big one.
expose it, that we're able to expose the truth and show it to everybody. So
How blessed
it's
are
just a
we?
lot of
Think
joy.
about that, Lena. How blessed are we that the focus ain't that we were so deceived. The focus is it's been revealed.
Hmm.
It's like Yahusha coming in the world. Nobody was getting it. And now he's here in the world. And he's like, look, blessed are your eyes. And I'm going to go in there. You're going to hear it in the scriptures, because you're seeing what you're seeing. You're
Yeah.
hearing what you're hearing. And that's what I hear you saying, Lena. Is like if we just go all the way to gratitude, a
Yes.
lot of people are hooked on negative. And promote the truth, we only focus on positive. If you look at Yahuwah, Yahuwah is about positivity. He hates negativity. As a matter of fact, he destroys it. And so we got to just come up that way, Lena. So before I get in
Yes.
here and get in the trenches, I love what you're saying. But I think that the most important thing I hear you saying, Lena, is there's no certain way to come in there to Yahuwah. You just started screaming and yelling to him. And then what happened?
And then I felt something just come over me. It completely come cover me. I felt like a presence. I felt a happiness inside of me. Like I have to tell you, I don't have the words to explain what happened that day. It was amazing. It was beautiful. I was by myself, and from that point, I felt that things start open up. Like questions that I have never asked myself, like was the origin of Christmas? Was the origin of Halloween? What was the origin of this? And start asking everything I was following before. Because people don't ask nothing because they think they supposed to follow what their parents or their grandparents did, and they think that was good because they are just the parents. And they was deceived for centuries. We all know, like we go to school, and I think it gave us more common sense. I felt that it was like a spirit of common sense that came into me because I started questioning everything. I'm like, okay, they take us to school and they teach us story, right? And they tell us the dark days, and they tell us about how everything was persecuted and how people was killed. Why we don't question did the truth was why they was being killed.
Yeah. Like during the dark ages, why they call them the dark ages?
Yeah. So there are so many things that we don't ask ourselves. Like for example, a big one. Why is the INRI or something like INRI? I think is the name they have on the top of their crosses. Like when they have their savior in a cross, and it says INRI, I believe it says, at least in Spanish, I don't know what they have in English, and they said that the name is Jesus, right? Why there's not a JNR, whatever they put in there? Why is the
Right.
I? Because it's
Right.
Jesus. And you go and research in Google. The crazy thing is that you even go to Google right now and you start questioning everything you have done, and it's gonna tell you right there. Right there. Like just the other day, um, a friend of mine says, did you know this prayer? You know, in the Catholic Church, they have so many prayers. It's just ridiculous. So they have this prayer, and she's like, is that in the scriptures? And I'm like, that prayer? I'm like, the only prayer I know is the one that Yahusha taught.
Right.
And I'm like, well, let's look it on Google. I said, where's the credo? And for those that are Catholics or in Spanish, you know what is the credo. So I went to where the credo came from. And what is it? The Roman, the Greeks. It's just telling you the first page said it. And I was like, well, I don't have to even go to research. If it comes from the Romans or the Greeks, we know it's done in the scriptures. We know it was wrong. And what it says at the bottom, I was like, it's just making those common sense questions. In the bottom of that prayer, it said, I believe in the church, I believe in Catholics and all that stuff. And I was like, well, it's telling you that that was not the first belief. Yahusha, when he walked on earth, Yahuwah Mashiach, was not a Catholic, was not a Christian. That was the
Hey,
other belief.
Yahusha wasn't no Catholic. He wasn't no Christian. That's a good point.
So,
Everybody realize that Yahusha was not a Christian. Yahusha was not a Catholic. There's nobody that followed him that's ever been a Christian or a Catholic. And guess what? He wasn't no Baptist. He wasn't a Methodist. He wasn't a Seventh Day Adventist. He wasn't a Mormon. He wasn't a Jehovah Witness.
no. And none
Yahusha
of
wasn't
the
none of them things, man.
emissaries, and none of the emissaries were the first pope, because they're saying, oh, one of them was the first pope. I think they're saying YAHUAH was the first pope or something like it. Or no, there was no part of that
Wasn't no
circus.
Pope. Man, oh man, that's
So
ridiculous, Lena, when you break it
it's
down
just
like that.
common sense. Common sense came from receiving Yahuwah, asking and questioning what I was doing, and not for hitting myself and feeling down, but to realize that there's a truth and that needed to be found. So it's just digging and having brother Jay, by my side. I'm so grateful and honored, and I always thank Yahuwah for pick me, because he have called us, but are you ready to choose him? It's not like everybody's called and few are chosen. It don't make no sense. That's another logic question. Is everybody gonna be called? Why are they gonna call them all and they're only gonna do a what? Who's getting picked? No.
Y'all, th-
We
y'all think y'all
decide to
think
pick
Yahuwah's
him.
doing a lottery or something? Y'all think they're doing bingo up there in heaven, going, all right, we're gonna put all the balls and call everybody, but we're only gonna pull out the certain ones.
Yeah. Yeah,
No, you
so
gotta
so
choose.
that was it. I think it was beautiful, and I think we see, and a lot of you, if you have stories that you want to share with us, that you want to be part of this telethon, I think they can come and join us. So make sure you send an email, and during the
Yeah.
day we're able to get the team to get you up here, because I feel that all these stories, we all have gone through different journeys, but Yahuwah have taken us to the same place. And it's important to share that, because that makes us a witness. We need to be able to witness other people, and a lot of people, they might be in the same boat where you were. So like I said, I was abused, and maybe a lot of you women, or even men, you probably was abused, but that don't take nothing from you. you know a lot of people say how that can happen to kids, how the Creator can allow that. Well, if you read the Ten Commandments, you know that if you don't do the Ten Commandments, there's some consequences, especially when you have 2, 3, 4 generations and you're not doing what Yahuwah is asking you to do. So there's going to be generation over generations, because we know our parents, our grandparents, our great-granddaddies, they didn't do the correct things. So there's courses on the generations. So it's not to beat ourselves why this happened to us, but to take the name of Yahuwah and be joyful and use it as a witness and help those that are there depressed. A lot of them have even killed themselves. And
Wow.
we can't allow that to happen.
Allow
we have
it.
to be strong and change that and use that to bring it to the world, to show the world that Yahuwah can heal anything. So anything. He can do anything, whatever you ask. You know, people's like, oh, the name of the Creator is I am. Well, let's put some common sense to that. But He is whatever we need. That, you know, He wants to tell us that He is whatever you need. He is that I am. I am that for you, whatever it is. Just put a space and fill it up with whatever you need. But you need to choose Him. That's the first thing. Whatever you are, whatever you're going through, you just have to choose it. Because if you're listening to this, He have called you. You're being called.
Fact.
What are you doing? That's the question you have to.
You're being called when? They're being called right now, right, Lena? Right now.
Right now, you're being called. You listen to this, you listen to my words, you're live or you're listening to recordings, you are being called.
You're being called right now. You ain't got to hope. You ain't got to want y'all with. I was loving y'all to hear Lena's story, her experience, what she went through. There's no certain way. It says, for everyone who calls on the name of Yahuwah shall be saved. Call. That means to call out. That means to be verbal with it. That means to give it all you got when you call. Let Him hear you. Like when you need to be saved, just imagine if you're in the water, you about to drown, and all of a sudden you come up to the top. You ain't going, help me. No, you screaming, help me. That's how you call out to Yahuwah with all you got. So now listen, I want to give a shout out. We're going to be giving shout outs today. Robert Arinson, Lena, he understands the assignment. Our brother down in Portugal, he understands we going in hard. Today is kingdom business. Everybody do something at tsnt.org. I think the minimum that the platform will allow you to do is $3. We've had people do $3, and Yahuwah is faithful about this.
Yes.
Come on, Shirley Mack. Shirley Mack, so let's get it rocking over here. I see you, sis. It's important. The supers, we love them. We appreciate them. But we really need everybody to at least do something at tsnt.org today. Our brother Robert Arinson, he started off the day $2,076. He started off $2,076. Our brother Robert Arinson from Portugal. He's almost diamond, as a matter of fact. He might be. I'm going to go check it. But he's heading towards our diamond.
Come on, team. Give us some updates.
Yeah, we going for it, man. But everybody do some kingdom business today at tsnt.org. That benefits us the most. We love our incredible YouTube. We love our Facebook platforms. They give us so much joy, give us the ability. So we love sharing with them as well. So we love the supers. We love everybody sharing there. But we need everybody, when we do telethons, we need you to share it out. We need you to go to your family members and say, would you like to have a real, true scriptures, like the truth of the scriptures? Would you like to have, before you die, mama, before you die, granddaddy, grandma, can you imagine that if you had an opportunity to be one of those disciples with Yahusha when he walked on the earth and he was making the move? When he came, that was the big teardown session. Lena just mentioned something. It might have went over everybody's head. She mentioned the Dark Ages. You go study the Dark Ages. It has zero to do with Christians. Nothing. This has everything to do with the true Yahudim. The followers of Yahuwah got slaughtered during the Dark Ages. And we can prove it, and I've done it before, and I'm going to do a session on it later one day. On the catacombs. On the catacombs. You go over there to Rome, over by the Colosseum. Any of y'all are family in Italy and over there in Rome. Go over to the catacombs, and once you start learning how to read and understand Hebrew, your heart's going to be torn up. Just go over to the catacombs. We ain't dealing with no Christians. We ain't dealing with no Muslims. We're not dealing with any of that. We're dealing with the truth. We show love to everybody, including Christians, including Muslims, including Buddhists. We show them all love, but we can't let them take credit from Yahuwah and the real Yahudim. You go to those catacombs, because we've had pictures of it. And Lena says this, here lies, in Hebrew, here lies my wife and little child that was burned at the stake in the Colosseum. Here lies my little baby that was fed to the lions for the name, and it's got Yahuwah. They were killed for the name of Yahuwah. Maybe I'll cover that today. The Constantine's Creed, the Nicene Council's Creed. They were killed for Yahuwah. They weren't killed for no Christian, for being a Christian. Nobody, that's the Christos. Look at that. Mark's got it in there. The Jesuits slaughtered the Yahudim. You don't call on Jesus. That's why it should be repulsive to you. The name Jesus should make you sick to your stomach to where you want nothing to do with that. Because look at the name. Brother Mark is on one, Lena. The Jesuits. You know, that's the Jesuits.
Yep.
It's the Jesuits that went and slaughtered the followers of Yahuwah.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Now, that was a tear down to get it open. It spread like wildfire. Thousands of real Yahudim. And then, guess what? We got to heed Yahuwah's warnings. He says, if you go after other mighty ones, if you go after Elohim, that's why you can never attach Yahuwah's name to Elohim, or Elohim is the real name, because that's multiple and he is one. That Elohim is alive from the pit of hell. It got put in translations by the Masoretes. The Yahudim, they want to send you on a trail. I'm telling you right now, Yahuwah is calling you for a great thing. And you got to tear it down. So when you go to tsnt.org today, all throughout the day, until you go to sleep, you should be pushing for the kingdom.
Yes.
For the name of Yahuwah, for them little babies, for those mothers, for the people. They would take a stake. Let me get graphic. And they would shove it up their rear, up their behind. And they would run it all the way up through them. And then they would pour oil on them and burn them. And the crowds would cheer. Who would cheer? Them Romans, those Greeks would be cheering. Yeah. Look what Mark said. The Jesuits slaughtered the OD for following the creation calendar and not the pagan Rome calendar too. They said anything having to do with the real Shabbat. That's why people don't know how to follow the Shabbat.
Yeah.
They got slaughtered. They got persecuted so hard that they didn't know what to do. And guess what? It's coming again. The great persecution is coming again, but not before that wave comes. And we're going to get the wave on and popping. And we're going to build up the strong ones who can stand there and call down fire and start burning stuff up. We're going in. You ready to go in, babe?
I'm ready to go in.
All right, so I'm going to give y'all something. I'll stop, Lena, give you some updates. If any of you feel like I'm burning in your heart, you'd like to maybe jump on a live with us, we're going to be here today. It's at the 10 a.m. We do another one at 2 p.m. I'd love to be able to have one or two of you join us at the 2 p.m. Just send an email to info@promotethetruth.com and say, I'm available to jump on the 2 p.m. Eastern time or the 6 p.m. Eastern time. And we'll see if we can get you on. No promises, but they're going to pick a couple of people today, the staff is. So I'm going in. Let me get a little cooler in here because it's going to get hot. I already know. Right now. It's going to get hot.
You already know.
Luqah. That stands for the light is YAHUAH. Luqah. The real chapter 10, freshly translated. It just happened. You're talking about within the last hour, this got translated. That's how fresh this is. This is the true scriptures. I haven't scrubbed it, so I'll probably be working through it. Chapter 10. Later on, Yahusha appointed 72 other followers, and he sent them out in pairs to every town and village where he was about to go. So he's on his way back up to Jerusalem, to where he knows he's going to be handed over. Before he gets there, he makes a big push. Big one. He made a big push before he got there. It was awesome. He picked 72 followers. I feel, Lena, that's what's happening with the 144. I feel like the 144 are these people right here. Because watch. You ready, Lena? Y'all ready, family? Put 72 times 2. Put it in the chat. See, it's going to get a double blessing. He sent out 72. Put 72 times 2 in the chat. 144. You think that's a coincidence that Yahuwah's got me doing this one today? When he says, I'm going to give y'all double for your trouble. Those of you that are really ready for me, that want a breakthrough, these things that you're going to hear happening, you're going to do greater things than these. 72 he sent out. This time, he's going to send out 144. Why that come in my spirit, Lena? I don't know why. Months ago. I don't know why, family. I saw the 144,000 and I asked myself, is there 144,000 people on the earth right now that love Yahuwah with all their heart, soul, mind, and strength, that he is their priority? No. We all know it. How? Where they at? We don't even have a real scriptures in the world, let alone 144,000? No. So when I say 144, people ask me, Jay, do you believe seriously that there's not even 144 on earth right now, that follow Yahuwah with all their heart, soul, mind, and strength? I believe it right now. That's got it nailed down. They understand the basics. They got the foundational principles down. They've come out of her. They've crushed paganism. They've smashed it. They don't have nothing to do. They guard those 4 foundational salvational points. So when Yahusha sent out, he appointed 72. This time the spirit of Yahuwah is upon me to appoint 144 because it's double. And he sent them out in pairs. Lena, he sent them to every town and village where he was about to go. Verse 2. Yahusha said to them, he's saying to us now, y'all ready? Y'all ready? Come on, Suhey. Y'all ready, Marquise? You ready, Robert? Y'all ready, fam? And everybody got to have that fire in them today for tsnt.org. He said to them, the harvest is indeed plentiful, but the workers are few. And we all know that's a fact. Lena, we ain't even got people as a whole in the body that's coming to Yahuwah that don't understand that the name of the Savior is Yahuwah and not Yahusha.
Yes.
We still tearing that one down. We got to tear down that there's only one name above all names. That's Yahuwah. It's not Yahusha. Yahusha's not here anymore. He ain't here. He's gone.
No, and when we're talking about being saved, we know there was more Yahushas, because the way they was even identifying Yahushas or people in the world before, where there was no last names, it was like, why you think it's Yahusha of Nazareth? It's because there was more Yahushas from this city, Yahusha from that. We know Yahusha, the right hand of Moses, his name was Yahusha.
And that's
So
Joshua.
how can it be that a name that a lot of other people have is going to be the real name of same? Like, we know that name has a meaning, and it means Yahuwah safe.
Fact.
It's one name with all going to be safe, and that's Yahuwah. And that's something that we really need to tear down, because that is a deception of the Greeks. Why? Because they have Jesus all over the place, and a lot of people, when they come into learning the name of Yahuwah, what they're doing is just replacing names, but no taking out the influence of the Greeks. So we have to be like, if you don't know better, it's important you understand that, because it's a salvational point right there. You need to have the correct
You
name.
cannot, Lena just said it, you cannot, under any circumstances, be saved in the name of Yahusha. You're going to miss it. You would have come that close, and you would have missed Yahuwah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Lena, but people got to understand, you go walk up to Yahuwah, and then you say, you are my master, you are my savior. He going to say, why was you calling on my earthly name? I am spirit, and you must worship me in spirit and truth. And I told you in my writings that my name and my Father and the Spirit, we all have the same name. It's Yahuwah. I could not be Yahuwah walking on earth. Do you understand? That's what he's going to say to us. We're not going to get by with you. You might be like, man, Yahusha. I see all these posters out there. They got Yahuwah on the top, Yahusha on the bottom. I go, they are Greeked up, Catholiced up, Christianed up. There should only be Yahuwah. That's it. That's it. You see that name there? I don't got a chain. Lena, they even make these pendants with both names. They got Yahuwah and then Yahusha. You see? And it's over. And I'm telling you right now, in the name of Yahuwah, that deception is over. We are here to what, Lena?
Tear it down.
Tear it down. I'm going back in, baby. Yahusha said the harvest is indeed plentiful, but the workers are few. Therefore, pray to the master. Wait a minute. I thought he's the master. Yahusha told them, pray to the master of the harvest. Who's the master of the harvest? For him to send more workers for his harvest. They're all calling him masters. Can you have two masters? No. He literally said, pray to the master of the harvest to send more workers, but they're all calling him master. Why? He already told them, anybody that's seen me has seen the Father.
The Father.
This is what's tripping people out on earth. They don't get that Yahuwah is that off the charts. He's omnipotent. He's everywhere. He can be in heaven and on earth at the same time. He can be on full spirit sitting on the throne, and at the exact time, he can be walking around in sandals, kicking up dirt, eating some fish and bread, drinking some wine. That's what he is. He's everywhere. Now watch what he said, Lena. He's saying this to the 144. Are you part of the 144? He's saying this to you. Now go. But remember, I am sending you out like lambs among wolves. That's why you got to know how to weave in this world. You got to learn how to be, you got to know, you got to pay attention. Satan wants to kill you every moment. You bear the name of Yahuwah, he's trying to get you out of here as fast as possible. But he can't touch you without Yahuwah's permission. And the only way Yahuwah will give him permission is if you get outside of guarding his commandments and you get outside of his laws. You get outside, Satan, he's going to come and ask for you. Soon as you call on the name of Yahuwah, you got a guarantee. He's not paying attention to the Christians.
They
Satan don't
already
care.
lawlessness.
He got them. He got them. So he's just sitting there and letting them stay in their little play world and have them burn up time and have their time run out to where all of a sudden he goes, got another one. Approximately 150,000 people die every day. Babe, approximately 150,000 people. I got to find that counter we used to have on Promote the Truth. It just spins real fast. 150,000 people every day dying. How many of them know Yahuwah?
Barely.
How many? Out of 150,000 people that's going to die in the next 24 hours, how many of them called on Yahuwah and follow his ways? How many? Think about it. I want you to go, and people go, come on. Stop looking all the way out there. Look in your town, in your city, in your town, how many people you know, boy, they love Yahuwah with all they got. You heard about them. You see, when you got a real Yahuwah in your town, you will hear about it. They already know about me down here in Cali already. 2.3 million people, and you're starting to hear people whisper around 2.3 million about me and Lena. Aren't they, babe? They start. You got to hear it. Now, wait a minute. He says, now go out. I'm going to send you out as lambs among wolves. Verse 4. But do not take a wallet, a traveling bag, or sandals. Do not waste time greeting people on the way. Some of y'all trying to get ready for this thing. You ain't got time to get ready. You ain't got time to sit around and contemplate, consider, and discuss this with all kind of different people. Call on Yahuwah and get busy promoting the kingdom of Yahuwah. That's what TSNT is doing. Get busy with it. You don't have time to be chit-chatting and contemplating this thing. You got to go. If you part of 144, go. Verse 5. This is where your powers get ready to come. This is for the 144. This ain't for everybody. This is for the 144. Thank you, Sister Eartha. She said, tear it down. 144, listen to me. Whenever you enter a house, first say, may peace be on this house. I don't know if people get that power, Lena. When you enter a house, you say, may peace be on this house. Verse 6. If anyone there shares Aluah's peace, then your peace shall rest on that person. If not, your blessing shall be returned to you. Everywhere you walk, you are the blessing to that place. If your foot steps in a place, all of a sudden, the whole thing changed. That's how powerful the 144 going to be on the earth. Everything changed when your foot, you go to the grocery store, I'm telling you right now, that grocery store is blessed. Yeah. You go down to the market, it's blessed. You walk in the mall, it's blessed. Wherever you put your foot, if you one of the 144, you carrying blessings with you. Now watch. Stay in the same house while you're in that town. Feel free to eat and drink the food that they provide to you. You know what I love about this? He only sent them to the lost sheep of Yisrael. These people ain't sent to the Goyim. They're not sent to the Gentiles. So you know what he says? Whatever they gonna feed you, eat it. Because they ain't gonna eat no trash. Nobody's serving up no pork in them towns.
They know. It's like when we go to a restaurant that we know they have kosher and things like that. We know there's not gonna be pork and stuff like that. So it was the same thing. They knew that there was clean food there.
They knew it. That's why Yahusha said, hey, I'm not sending you to the Goyim. I'm sending you to the lost sheep. That's who he's sending Lena and I to. If you Goyim, if you're a Gentile, you're a Christian, you might pick this up. But the 12 tribes are spread out. I'm on a hot mission to bring them back in the fold. All the ones that are running off from Yusuf and all those different ones. The Luyas. I'm here, the Louis. I'm here to bring y'all back. Now watch. Stay in the same house while you're in that town. Feel free to eat and drink the food that they provide you, because a worker deserves their pay. You hear that? You do that work in that kingdom, you deserve the kingdom pay. There's going to be many of you. All of a sudden, you're going to get blessed from the kingdom. There's going to be opportunity, even in promote the truth. As this thing grows, you know how big of a staff we're going to end up having to have, Lena, in like the next year or two? Think about that.
Yes.
Think about that. It's unbelievable. Think about it. And so people dropping questions in here. I don't deal with no questions while I'm on a subject. I stay focused on the subject. We open it up in time for questions. Right now, stay on point. Here we go. And that tells you 144, by the way, Lena. If people get distracted, you're not to 144. Because there's hardly anybody on earth going to teach you what I'm teaching you right now. It's like, where you going to go? You've never heard this before. This is the first time the true scriptures, Luke 10, has ever come out. If I was in your shoes, I'd have me a pad out. I'd be focused on what's being said. I learned the ways of YAHUAH so I don't get tore up and lost. All right. Eat what they serve you. Now, guess what he said next, Lena? Verse 9. Heal the sick that are in that town. Heal the sick that are in that town and tell them the kingdom of Aluah is near you. Listen, y'all gonna have the power, for those of you that are ready for it. You're gonna literally lay your hands on somebody that's sick, and every one of them are gonna get recovered. We're gonna see miracles like never before. There's gonna be a big push happening in the next year. And the next year is gonna be a big push. If Yahuwah don't come back up until then, you're gonna see a big time push happen. You'll be able to lay hands on the sick wherever you go. And you got to tell everybody the kingdom of Aluah, of YAHUAH, is near you. You want to know why it's near them? Every time you show up, YAHUAH is in you. So now they ain't got it yet. You just look at them and say, hey, the kingdom is near you. Come on. Because I'm here. The kingdom is near you. Verse 10. But whenever you go into a town and people do not welcome you, this is a town, a place, an environment. Y'all listen. Whenever you go into a town and people do not welcome you, go out into the streets and say, we are wiping your town's dust that clings to our feet off as a witness against you. But realize this, the kingdom of Aluah is near. Woo! That's right. Suhey said, I can't stop smiling. There's joy in my spirit. YAHUAH, that's right. This is the power you get. If you happen to go somewhere and they don't welcome you, you ain't got to do a bunch of screaming or hollering. Luqah chapter 10, Frank. Luke 10. You ain't got to do a bunch of screaming and hollering. You just got to be very focused. They don't welcome you. You're not arguing. You notice, Lena, he didn't say, debate with them. Pull out the scriptures. Prove to them where they're not right. He didn't say that. He says, if they don't welcome you, then you go ahead and you wipe the dust off your feet. And then you tell them. That's a witness against them. When I walk out this door, or I leave your city or your town or your location or your gym or whatever, you don't make me feel comfortable, and I happen to walk out, I'm going to wipe the dust off my feet, and you're going to hear later what's going to happen to you. You will hear later in this chapter what will happen if we are in right standing with YAHUAH and somebody don't receive us. Watch what happens as I get there. Come on. You ready?
Let's go.
Lena, you ready? It's going to be in the next
I'm
verse.
ready.
It's going to be in the next verse. Yahusha said, I tell you, on the last day, it will be more bearable for Sodom, like Sodom and Gomorrah, Sodom and Amorah, than for that city that you wiped your dust from. That you wiped your dust from. You didn't get welcome. You. See, when you got the 144 going to be like this, I promise you it's going to happen. The 144 are going to be so balanced. They're going to be so confident. They ain't going to be no shakeable, easy to move people. And they're going to have Yahuwah all over them. And when we go to a place and we say something, Lena seen me do it before.
Yeah.
Lena seen it. Man, I got a story y'all would not believe when I shook the dust off my feet. I should tell that story about that landlord, Lena.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, hey, I'm turning you over. I had a man treat us like crap at a place. Literally. Lena and I had rented this nice place. You know, we were in transition doing some stuff, and they didn't have, and we told them the type of carpet we want. They showed up with something that was awful, nothing like what we wanted. We just said, hey, could you please go bring what we wanted? You know, what we agreed on?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this landlord, this property management person shows up and goes, what is the problem here? We got you carpet. We said, that's not what we agreed on. And then he says, he looks at his workers and says, take that carpet back. Take that carpet and go get the cheapest carpet in front of me and Lena's son.
Yeah.
He says, go get the cheapest carpet you can find and bring it back here. I said, who are you talking to?
Yeah, and he was screaming.
We came here with our blessings. Welcome. We came here to bless this place. You remember, Lena?
Yeah, I remember that day.
I told the man too. And he kept going off. I said, you sure you want to talk like this? He said, yeah, he's going off on me. I said, man, look, I came here to bring my blessings and peace. And, you know, we're great tenants whenever we rent. You know, we're great people. You treat me bad. I tell you what, I'm gonna dust my feet off of you. You need to leave. He left. It wasn't even what, Lena, 6 months? That man dropped dead.
Yeah.
Dead. Dead as a
Gone.
doormat. Gone. Out of here.
Yeah.
You want to know why? Yahuwah went and messed with one of his people
Yeah.
that came in love. I'll tell you, some people just don't know. But I will tell you, I'm here with my peace. I'm here with my blessings. I'm here to be able to bring advantage to you and uplift and be a great tenant. Do you mistreat me? I might wipe the dust off my feet.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it ain't the first time Lena seen it. I don't know too many people that's been that nasty that Yahuwah don't snatch their life out of them.
Yeah. We have several people that have used this and steal from us, that they was doing bad things and behind our backs and lying to us, and Yahuwah just took them off. All of them. There was a crew, and all of them. Start the main head, went down first, and over the course of 6 months, all the crew was out.
All I know is, and some people, their time is coming.
Yeah.
They think that they're laughing. Some people have really mistreated me and Lena. And we was like, look, y'all, hey, this has got to be a mistake. There's some people, there's some big entities. We said, this got to be a mistake. Come on now. Come on. And they didn't want to have it. They didn't, because they hate that. They hate the Yahuwah in us. So Lena and I literally we've just wiped the dust off our feet. Y'all got to learn how to roll like that.
Yeah.
Y'all look, the meek shall inherit the earth, not the weak. Y'all got to learn how to roll like that. That's what he's telling us. Yahusha just said, these people mistreat you. And I'm not talking to everybody. I'm talking to the 144. Be sure y'all understand that. I'm not just talking to somebody that follows Yahuwah. I'm talking to somebody that follows him at the highest level, like we in. I am on the front line of spreading. When I see his project like a TSNT, I'm one of the greatest supporters. Not only do I contribute, but I bring other people to contribute. So we get the word out. Wait a minute, Lena, I'm going back in. He said, I tell you on the last day, it'll be more bearable for Sodom. That's Sodom and Gomorrah, y'all. Than for that city. 13. Then Yahusha went on to say, woe to you, Chorazin. Woe to you, Bethsaida. That's Bethsaida. If the miracle in your town had taken place in Sur and Sudum, they would have repented a long time ago. They would have dressed in sackcloth and put ashes on their head. It shall be more bearable for Zur and Zidon on judgment day than for you. And for you, Capernaum, that's Capernaum. Shall you be lifted up to heaven? No, I tell you. You shall be thrown into the lake of fire. Does Yahusha sound like he playing?
No.
Does he sound passive? Like
You
this
bet
whole
you
Jesus thing, Jesus is weak. Why you want to roll with somebody like that? Weak.
Yeah. Yeah, put your other cheek.
Yeah. Turn your other cheek so somebody can knock the hell out of you. That ain't in the scriptures. What? Yahusha, and this is the Savior. This is the real one. I'm giving you the real one here. He said, now watch. No, you shall be thrown into the lake of fire. He's telling us we go out 144 message. They don't receive us. They going in the lake. We ain't got to scream it. We're not giggling about it. It's not something that we rejoice about at all. We literally go, man, feel sorry for y'all. And we keep moving. We're gone. We don't think about it. It don't weigh on us. It does not make us sad. It's another Christian nonsense. We don't get sad about Yahuwah's judgment at all. We know it's righteous, it's good, it cleans up things. Next. Lena, can you take this one? Can you take verse 16, chapter 10, Luke, the real one, when he says, the person that listens to you, Lena, listens to me. And the person that rejects you, Lena, rejects me. Everybody personalize it. And the person that rejects me rejects the one who sent me. I'm going to back it up again. I was talking to my wife. Now I want to talk to y'all. Everybody listening. That's the 144. I'm not talking to everybody. I'm only talking to the 144. Nerob, you 144? Daniel, Lisa, Rush, Earth, are y'all 144? If you 144, put it in the chat, 144, and then I'm going to talk to you. Put it in the chat if you believe. I'm 144. I'm on the front line. I am not playing. Emerson, I got chills. I'm telling you, I'm giving you your power in YAHUAH. Who's going to reach out and choose it? You being called. Lena told you at the top of this. Huh?
Yeah.
You being called. You ain't got to worry about if you being called or not. Lena's already told you. Why? That's why I put it on her first. If you YAHUAH. So she gave a word. And guess what? Now all you 144s in the building. I see you. Patrice. Woo! I see you, Robert Palzick, Jessica, Edwin, Brian, Duran. Come on, Frankie. Come on, Bill. And listen, you put it in the chat,
Queen.
you getting tested. You're going to get tested. You're going to get tested. You can't move. You got to stand right there. And nothing can hurt you. I'm going to prove it. Watch. You just got to stand in the fire. Let it make you stronger. You ready? Here we go. I'm going to read it again. Yahusha said, the person that listens to you, everybody put 144 in the chat. If this is really you and you make it past your test, because now you're going to get tested. The person that listens to you listens to me. And the person that rejects you rejects me. And the person that rejects me rejects the one who sent me. The 72 went out, and then they returned with great joy. So now they went out. They were gone for a little bit, several days. Now all of a sudden, Lena, they come back. Guess what they reported? They said to Yahusha, Master, even the demons submit to us in your name. They was tripped out. They said, we went out and did what you said. We was always fed. We always had a nice place. And there's times we wiped the dust and we left and we just kept it moving. But I got to tell you, Master, when we would go and the demons would see us and we say, I come in the name of YAHUAH. They didn't say Yahusha. You can't get them out in the name of Yahusha. They ain't coming out. Demons gonna laugh at you, going, you don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. Oh, you don't come here playing with me. I know his name.
Yeah.
The demons know he's Yah. The demons fear and tremble at the name of Yahuwah only. They came back, Lena. They said, Master, even the demons submit to us in your name. Guess what Yahusha said? Yahusha, guess what he said? He replied, I'm going to give you Yahusha's reply. He said, I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. Now, why would he say that? Why would his first reply to, Master, even the demons submit to us in your name? He goes, yes. And I saw Satan fall like lightning from heaven. He's saying, if you rock with me like that, Satan, not just the demons, Satan himself will have to flee from you. They will have to split. And then Satan will have to go, let me get out of the way. Because I don't want to have to be like this lightning again, even though it's coming anyway. Then guess what Yahusha says to him, Lena? He says, behold, I have given you authority to trample on snakes, scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy. And nothing shall harm you. How many times I say it?
A lot of times.
Who has he that or she that has ears to hear, let them hear what the Father through the Son, when he walked on earth, who is the Father, is saying to you. He said, I am giving you great authority. I've given it to you. When you call on the name of Yahuwah and you are immersed into his name, and then you say, I accept the call of the 144. Not the 72. I'm going to double up. Going to get a double blessing. We're going to get double demons running.
Yeah.
He said, I have given you the authority to trample on snakes, scorpions. Duran Moore said he ain't playing. That's our biggest super to date. The biggest super to date, Duran Moore in the building.
Thank you, Duran.
Woo! And y'all make sure y'all rocking tsnt.org. Everybody do something at TSNT. Like grab all your authority. Tell Yahuwah, I'm with you. This project is critical. Everybody needs to feel this. Because I'm going to be teaching on these true scriptures. Yahuwah willing. He just told me I'm willing for years until he comes back. So people going to keep getting this power so y'all can support this power going out to you and to the world. Wait a minute. He said, I've given you that kind of power. Siri came back. Lena, please turn that thing off. It gets tore up when I get tore up. It's hilarious. I'm going to read it one more time. How many of y'all accept this? Put in the chat that I accept my authority. Those exact words. I accept my authority. Put it in the chat. I'm going to write it first. I accept my authority. I'm putting it in the chat.
Me
I
too.
accept my authority. In case you don't know how to spell it right, I put it in there. You got to put it specifically. I accept my authority. See, you got to be very specific here because Yahusha, when he was here, Yahuwah Mashiach says, I have given you authority. You have to accept it. Many are called, but few choose it. I have given you authority to trample on snakes. You're not afraid of no snakes. To trample on scorpions. They're afraid of you. And over all the power of the enemy. Everything that can hurt you, you have authority over it. Nothing shall harm you. Without Yahuwah's permission, from this point on, nothing. You will know when it's high persecution time, when you have to give up your life. If it comes to that, you will know that. But other than that, everything is coming to surround you. You are the 144 are being assigned high-level messengers to protect them. That's my faith in the name of Yahuwah. All that agree, hallelujah. My faith is if you 144, that you have full protection, covering in the name of Yahuwah. Put your hand out. Put your hand out with me. Accept your covering. I anoint you in the name of Yahuwah to be fully covered, having full authority in the name of Yahuwah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Now, this is what he said now, because he got to put this kind of power and authority has to have a good balance. Here's what he said. He said, however, do not rejoice that the spirits submit to you, but rejoice that your names are written in heaven. Woo! See, with this authority, he said, don't let that go to your head. You're going to see demons run from you. You're going to see the sick recover. You're going to trample on snakes. You're going to see your power come through you like never before. You're going to raise some people from the dead. You're going to stop the rain. Lena, you ever seen me stop the rain?
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever stopped the rain?
Yes. And move it away. Remember how I was in the beach several times with Kai?
Our son knows how to move the rain. This little boy been getting taught his authority. We've been teaching him. Here's how you move the weather.
Yeah. We have that.
Come on. But don't be caught up and get big-headed because you got that authority. You need to be more pumped up and rejoicing that your name is written in heaven. Come on. I pray everybody that comes with the project that does first fruits today, tsnt.org, first fruits, for us to get more people out there to understand this message. I just want a special blessing all over you. I want Yahuwah. Let them feel a miracle. Father Yahuwah, have us something miraculous. Give them a sign that blows them away, Yahuwah. You know who I am with you. So I ask you as your servant to do it for these people that are wanting you like that. Come on, verse 21. At that time, you know what he did after that? When they all came back and they all realized their power and their authority, Lena, this part right here almost make me bawl crying. What happened next? Y'all got to understand what happened next. They came back, they're excited. Yahuwah, these 72 and the apostles, the emissaries, that everybody's so excited. Is what you said is real. We got this. He says, yes, I gave you the authority. And guess what he did? Verse 21. At that time, Yahusha rejoiced in the set apart spirit, exclamation point. Lena, Yahusha got tore up. Family, Yahusha he was so excited for those who realize their what? Their authority.
Yes.
He You never really hear in all the scriptures that he was here about Yahusha celebrating. Think about that, Lena. About him he was handling business, healing the sick, doing this, laughing, having a good time with it. He's having compassion. There's rare times where you hear he celebrates. In Luqah chapter 10, Luke 10:21, we witnessed that Yahusha on the earth himself was pumped up and fired up. And he was like, yes! But he didn't just go yes like that. It says he did it in the set apart spirit. So he did it in YAHUAH. He was in agreement with the spirit part of himself as a man. He was fully the Father at that point. He's going, yes! And then guess what he says? He says, oh, whoa, look at, they get it. They understand it. Woo! And then he says, I praise you, Father, Master of heaven and earth. He's telling you there, he's the Father. He's talking to himself. Because who's the master? They all calling him master, right? He went, woo! I praise you, Father, Master of heaven and earth, because you have hidden these things from the wise and intellectuals, but you revealed them to these little children. Yes, Father, because this was pleasing to you. Yahuwah loves it when he makes the intellectual look stupid. He loves making them look foolish. Yeah. Who are you? What's your background? What's your situation? Come on, Eartha. What is it? Are you the most least likely person that anybody you know knows? Almost every one of us is yes. I'm a country boy, raised up on a hog farm. Swine that we had no business eating and raising. What? Me?
Yeah.
In the mud? Around all that hog, you know what? What? Digging out of, when they give us the all the stuff, we go from grocery store to grocery store, and the old milk and the old cottage cheese and the old orange juice and the molded bread, and we picking through it and getting ourselves something to eat. What? Yahuwah, you would pick me to represent you? Y'all gotta be saying the same thing.
Yes.
Everybody. He gonna pick a little young lady from Cali, Colombia. What? Got abused? Could have been wanted to crawl over and die? He gonna come and grab you? Yes.
Yes.
This is his pleasure. All the ones up there with the big garbs and the long beards, and they got all the hats and all. Y'all, who ain't paying no attention to them people? That's the wise and the intellect. Tell him, Brother James. He said, that Southern boy loves you. That's it. He picking you. The least likely. Your family don't really get you. Your friends don't really get you. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You always been a little out there. Different from everybody else. And you mean to tell me that Yahuwah hid it from all them smart asses? Yeah. The know-it-alls. Yahuwah hid it from them. He hid it from them. And he revealed it to your little self. And guess what Yahuwah Mashiach did? He celebrated in the spirit over you. He knew you was coming. He knew you was coming. You think he ain't going to do a great thing in these last days? When he said the latter rain will be better than the former. Yeah. I'm going to give it to you pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Yeah, that's the Father's pleasure. Wait a minute. Are we tore up, Lena? Or what we going to do? I don't think I can get through this.
We are. This is a great message because the brain always want to trick people, and it's the evil thoughts that Yahuwah said people always is going through evil, but that's the importance of choose Him. Like no one is better than you if you have choose Yahuwah.
Hey, he just told me, Daniel Libby. He says, hey, only the set apart spirit could reveal to Daniel Libby what he gave. He chose Daniel. Daniel's the first person on earth to put them words in print. The true scriptures will go throughout the ends of the world, and then the end will come. That's a prophetic word. That's prophecy. Come on, Lisa. Lisa tore up. Daniel Libby doing prophecy. The gift of prophecy is in that man's fingers when he wrote that down. Yeah. You all know why? It's Yahuwah's pleasure to give it, to go seek it. Let me go find it in Arizona. He's looking for nooks and crannies all over the world.
Yeah.
And he's looking for you.
Yeah. Yeah, like
and you're the one.
The family call the black sheep. No, you're the lost sheep.
You're the lost sheep. You ain't the black sheep. You're the lost sheep.
Yep. You're coming back home.
The shepherd's coming to get you. You was lost, but you've been found. And now he blew the whistle. And you come running to safety. You better get over there, Sylvia. He said, I praise you, Father, the master of heaven and earth, because you have hidden these things from the wise and intellectuals, but you revealed them to the little children. Yes, Father, for this is what is pleasing to you. Verse 22, y'all don't even know what's going to happen. We might have to run out of here, Lena. Everything might just shut down here. The energy on earth might go nuts. This might set off some earthquakes for real. Y'all pay attention the next 48 hours. Watch this. All things, verse 22, have been committed to me by my Father. You ready, Lena? Woo. And no one knows the Son. No one knows who the Son is except the Father. Clue. Nobody knows who the Son is except the Father. That's the only one who knows who the Son is. Y'all got to pay attention. And no one knows who the Father is except the Son. What did he just say? What did he just say? I am Yahuwah. He just told you, I am Yahuwah. But you got to have ears to hear. He says, nobody knows the Father except the Son, and nobody knows the Son except the Father. And he says, and no one knows who the Father is except the Son. Here you go. And those that the Son chooses to reveal him to. What does that mean? You got to know who the Son is.
Why do you have to reveal something if it's so obviously, if it's Yahusha? Why there's some kind of revealing? And that's the questions we have to ask ourselves, the common sense. Like if there's something that not everybody can know, like that is, if I said, immediately we're going to be killed. So why have to reveal something? It's like a secret, like something so important.
Nobody knows who the Father is, Lena, except the Son. And whoever the Son chooses to reveal him to. You get it? Watch this. Who is the Son, Lena?
Yahuwah.
That's it. That has to be revealed to you, but not really. It's just obvious. Yeah. That's what he's saying. Because everybody, well, how are we going to get to know who he is? How? What? How? How are we going to get, if y'all the only two that know, how are we going to get to know? It's over when you hear that verse, knowing that Yahusha sitting there telling them, I am Yahuwah. Wait a minute. Then watch. Then Yahusha turned to his disciples and privately said, Blessed are the eyes that see what you see. So everybody's tore up. You imagine? Y'all got to visualize this. Everybody got to visualize this. 72 who had no idea the power that they got. 72 come back and they fired up. Can y'all imagine? For many of y'all, watch what you feel like the first time you cast a demon out. Or you tell one to get behind you. Or you tell the rain to stop and it stops. Or a plane get ready to crash and you say, nope, lift up. I've done that before. Lena seen it. Even when she's on one. It's 2 times a plane for sure is going to crash on me. And I said, no, it won't. Everybody's screaming. I've been on a plane and the whole people screaming. Like it's going to crash. Ah! It's going like that. And I'm sitting there calm. And I said, ain't nothing going to happen. The engine shut off, man. I've been on a plane with the engine shut off way up there at the top. And it's coming down and everybody's screaming. And I go, we ain't crashing. And then all of a sudden, I'm talking, I don't know how much, it was seconds. You know how long 5 seconds of just dropping out of the air is? Huh? You know how long that is? If you were up and all of a sudden it's going, shh, just 5 seconds and everybody's screaming and I'm sitting there. We all right. And then you hear the engine go. Not long after I said it. It came back on. And the person was with me that was new. Her name started with an S, Lena. She was with me and and she says, you weren't even panicking. Oh my God. YAHUAH is real. She said it to me. YAHUAH is real. Well, I thought we was dead. I said, not if I'm on here.
Yeah.
You got to figure out what kind of faith you ready to roll with in this life. Now, if I'm on here, she said, how you know that? I said, I ain't finished what I've been called to do. I cannot die until I do what Yahuwah's called me to do. It's just impossible.
Yes.
Like, imagine trying to kill one of the apostles, the emissaries, before they did what they were supposed to do. It wasn't going to happen. It wasn't going to happen.
No.
He said, look, blessed are the eyes that see what you see. Because I tell you that many prophets and kings wanted to see what you see, but they did not see it. They wanted to hear it, but they did not hear it. Y'all don't even understand what's going on now. Let me hip you to what's happening. Yahuwah, Yahuwah, these great prophets, they would have loved to see what we're doing right here with the project. Because Yahusha's already came. So I'm telling you, if they missed Yahusha, but they said, look, the restoration of all things is happening now. Through promote the truth. That's my faith. You go wherever you want to go. I'm telling you, my faith is the restoration of all things are happening through promote the truth.
Yeah.
I done seen too much. It's 2007 when you could not see Yahuwah's name hardly anywhere. And we start kicking it out there and we start promoting it. Next thing you know, it's all over the earth. Come on. Blessed. I'm going to say it for you now. This is how important the true scriptures are. This is going to go down in forever eternity. Blessed are the eyes that are seeing what you're seeing now with us. I'm telling you, blessed are your eyes. Blessed are your ears that's hearing what we keep saying to you. Because I tell you that many prophets and kings wanted to see what you're seeing. Watch the scriptures. They didn't understand the scriptures good.
No.
You know how many kings would have loved to have me come and sit down to them and explain them the scriptures, Lena? Huh?
Yeah.
Look what they did for Daddy, y'all. Because he knew how to tell that writing on that wall. Nobody understood it. We're in the same time. Nobody understands.
Yes. Yeah,
Look, I'm
nobody
gonna show you.
understands it.
Like what?
Nobody. And it's so
how many
needed.
people on earth, babe? How many people on earth understand that?
No, we can even do a test here. How many of you can read this? It's just something that they hide it. They push it so much to bring everybody into other languages. That way they couldn't understand and take the power away from us.
Rush says she
We're
can't stop
bringing the
crying.
power back.
Rush says she can't stop crying, Lena.
We love
She said the
you,
Ruah is
Rush.
moving. We love Rush. Hey, the Ruah is moving. Y'all telling y'all, you go take that that's some pages out of Peshitta. That's Aramaic. You go take those words. That's how Yahuwah Mashiach was delivering his words. You go take them to 1,000 different scholars. They can't read them. Go take them to somebody that's fluent in Aramaic that don't know Yahuwah. They won't be able to give you the right words. They're gonna just do this word says this word says this word. They're not gonna be able to write that down and do what Daniel did to King Nebuchadnezzar. Remember, he went in and said, "What's this writing on the wall?" That's what's happening. That's the time we're in.
Yeah.
We're in the time where the writing's on the wall that Yahuwah's coming back. You can't shake me and Lena. Me and Lena went out and built multi-million-dollar businesses. And Yahuwah took them all away.
To put us here.
To make us come and do what we're doing. I'm telling you the truth. He says, no, I'll give you your businesses, but you got to go do kingdom business first. That's what he told me and Lena. You think you can't peel us off of this? We done seen too much. We done been through too much. We done been raked over the coals, and we still breathing. You want to know why? Nothing can harm us without Yahuwah's permission. You can go trash us. You can blitz us. You can try to degrade us. You can say all you want to say. What the kids say? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. You can say all what you want to say.
Yeah. Yeah. They have seen that, and Yahuwah has given us a feast in the middle of our enemies. That's what he has done. He has given us a feast and blessings over blessings and miracles over miracles, because what we're doing is right. His word needs to come out. Look, we just saw everybody look at those words, and I saw more than 50 messages. No, we cannot read it. I cannot read it. I cannot read it. I want to learn. I cannot read it. I don't know it. No. So it's the importance. For centuries, how many generations have gone since they was talking that language? And when we talk about the Dark Ages, they cannot even talk the language. They couldn't talk the language. They couldn't.
It was illegal, right? It was illegal, right? It was illegal.
Yeah. So they couldn't talk the language. So they had to learn Latin or Greek, and they have to then don't do the Shabbats. Don't follow the correct calendar. So those that did it and pushed through it was killed, and the other ones just went through the regular course of life to protect their families, to don't kill themselves. So imagine what have happened through that, and what they did. They established languages that were specific to keep us blind, completely blind. So now we're bringing the correct truth, and what we're saying, okay, there might be someone there that can read the scriptures, the Aramaic and the Hebrew, but they are Catholics, they are Christians, or whatever they are, and they don't have Yahuwah on them. If you don't have Yahuwah on you, and you go and translate this, what's the most obvious that is going to happen? And what I've been saying is the common sense. Well, evil is in those people. It's so easy for evil to get on them because they're not with Yahuwah. So there's going to be manipulation, and that's what has been happening. That's completely what has been happening. People let themselves be moved by money, by power. How is it not around the world? Whoever paid the most, then people do whatever they want. So what we have been able to tell you here is that we are not going to be moved. You can take everything away from us. Yahuwah is going to protect us. Yahuwah is going to make sure we have something to eat, somewhere where to live. He's always going to do that.
Always.
He have done it. Like he have done it. Even and I know for you, Brother Jay, even when we didn't know about him, but when we was researching, like since the moment you start looking for the truth, I know your life start escalating. Just because you have that heart on finding the truth.
Yes.
Once you found the truth, it escalates to a complete next level. And it happened the same to me. So is that passion and is that decision that we've been telling you? You're being called. It's time for you to choose it. If you are listening to this, you was digging. You was looking for it. So you found it. This is where the truth is. So go to promotethetruth.com. Go to tsnt.org. You need to get into that. Learn about the project. We get a lot of questions. Where are you reading from? Where are you reading from? Because maybe you just pop into the live, right? Or maybe you just saw the video. Well, the readings are coming from the translations that are happening right now. Right now, live, we are translating the Brit Hadash. Right now, it's happening. So this project is so important, and we need your help. So we need those leaders that want to push Yahuwah's name and Yahuwah's correct teachings. Because it's not just grab the King James and change the names in it.
That's most of the, I'm convinced that's most of the translations out there.
It is. It's crazy. And sometimes, and you know, when we was talking and you said, what did change in you since we started doing this translation? Well, you know, I am from Colombia, so my main language is Spanish. Right. So for me, it's easier to read things in Spanish. So I went on like, oh, I found a scripture that translated correct. That's what I thought when, you know, I knew about Yahuwah, being for several years knowing about Yahuwah at that time. And I'm like, yes, there's scriptures that have Yahuwah's name on it. And when we start doing the translation, I'm like, I know it has the Yahuwah name on it and Yahusha name on it. Yep. But even in a lot of cases, that was not Yahusha what it's supposed to say there. It's supposed to say Yahuwah. Yes. So I'm like, I can't keep reading this. I cannot keep going. And it's just that liberation. I'm like, I'm gonna wait until the true scriptures come out. I've been reading from the digital collections, so you can also go get that. There are some free downloads, so it's very important. And look at these videos. We have done several lives, and where Brother Jay have exposed lies after lies. It's just not the names that was changed from the King James. And every single scripture. Okay, in the English is the King James. In Spanish is La Biblia del Oso, that is the same one from La Reina Valera. And from those, everything came because that was the Greek and it was the Latin. That was the two main languages before. Yep. So from Greek and Latin came out. So from La Reina Valera and from the King James, pretty much everything came out. And to our new languages. With that all the manipulation that was happening there. So for me, it's just like we have to get this project out. It's so important. I see my husband day in, day out, like waking up, very early, even when the sun haven't come out, and going late many nights to get this project out. And it's just important, is the whole world needs this out. How you don't want to know what exactly said in those texts? And those was letters. Like, we're talking about just the Brit Hadash. Once we're done with the Brit Hadash, we go into the Tanakh. There's some books already translated from there. They're actually in the digital collection. But this is a project that needs to come out. We all deserve to know the truth, especially if we found YAHUAH. So you found YAHUAH, you're gonna tell me you don't want to know exactly what happened? You're gonna just gonna trust King James? Come on. It's just the world needs us all. If we all don't come together and make this happen, who else is going to happen? We already saw that several translations out there, and I appreciate they have made a change, at least with the correct name of YAHUAH. But there's none out there.
You sound pretty confident now. You know, before I started the translation project, I don't think you could have been that confident.
No, but seeing every one of you have been part of this, because a lot of people out there, as us, have several, if it's not all, the translations that there are out there. And we have been able to compare. And it's just nonsense. So are you ready are you going to be there just like, oh, I'm watching this live and it's cool, and I know about YAHUAH, and, you know, I'm just going to go with the world, whatever, you know, I think the scripture is right and whatever it says there? Or you really want to read what was said when Yahusha was walking on earth, YAHUAH Mashiach? That's it.
Well, I tell you, bringing that heat. You bringing that heat. You bringing that heat. Listen, hey, this has been an awesome first session. Are we on the assignment? That's the key. We're here doing kingdom business. Have you taken the time to go to tsnt.org, tsnt.org? I'm going to probably do the rest of this chapter in the next session because there's so much more fire in this chapter. So I'm going to do part 2, Luqah chapter 10. I'm probably going to tear down some of this Greek nonsense sometime today in one of these sessions. So we're going to get in on it and have a good time tearing it down. We just are asking that everybody go to tsnt.org, any amount, just to be able to contribute. So, because we're going to do roll call. Let's go see some of the people that's already paid attention and got a part of. Sue, hey, thank you for the contribution. Brian Robertson, thank you for the contribution. Ooh, Robert Pausick in the building. Wow, look at Robert Pausick. Oh, you know what? I said Robert Arenson. I saw my bad. Robert Arenson did over $1,000. And then Robert Pausick, Lena, did over $1,000. I don't know, Robert, I got all these Roberts are so tight. They're so close to what they're doing. But let's see who got this today. Yeah, we got, okay, here we go. No, Robert Arenson did. Man, hold on. He ain't playing.
Robert too.
Right. Okay. So I'm seeing so many Roberts pop up that I'm like, let me get it straight. So Robert Arenson did 1,038, and then he came back and then he did another 1,038. So he ain't playing. Jamie Galloway came in with contribution. Daniel Libby's come in. He's went up. Everybody's went to tsnt.org. Elmer and Kareen Hinko down in the Philippines, they went over. Daniel Libby. These are all the people that understand we doing kingdom business. The 144, we understand and we pull together and we go, all right, let's get resources dialed in, take it to the next level. We go over to tsnt.org. You do anything. We don't care. I think the minimum is even $3, but it shows you participating because we're doing a roll call today. Michael Fickett, he's been over there, he's done what he's supposed to do as a kingdom business builder. Lisa Austin has been over there. Renee Patterson has been over there. There you go. Robert Pausick, over $1,038. He's been over there. Robert ain't playing. He's a diamond member too. So he's definitely not playing. I can't wait to see how his family and Robert's going to help us. This is part of funds too. Robert Pausic in Hungary. He's fluent English, Hungarian, and Serbian. He's going to help us translate the true scriptures once they're done in Serbian and Hungarian. All these take resources. So we're going to start plucking down these languages, but we're going to need the resources. We got to have the editors. We got to have all the typeset. All this stuff is expensive. It's off the chart. So help us with that. Suhei has been over there, and she's helped with the contribution. So if you're here, again, we appreciate the supers. We do. But we're asking everybody, not only do supers today, but we ask you to go to tsnt.org, tsnt.org, and make sure that you contribute at least something today. Something very simple, very plain. And so this has been a great first session. I think I'm gonna, because last night we released a new music sample.
Ooh, I love it.
Lena was dancing. Lena was in the bathroom dancing. I said, Lena, look what the team put together to put out for the new sample. So Set Me Free, we dropped that out, and we're getting ready to, hey, listen, that's part of the whole contribution. Do y'all want the most powerful YAHUAH music and media platform in the world? Do y'all want to say I contributed to that? When you hear these songs and you went over to tsnt.org, guess what? You helped put these, you're part of the production of the song.
Yes.
Because we got to pay all these artists and talent and all these producers and editors. I mean, we got to pay for all these people. So y'all got to understand how awesome it is to have y'all be a part of that. But I know y'all might have saw it on YouTube, but some people might not have caught it yet. I want to play it here, Lena. I want to play the sample here. Hold on. Oh, it took off on me. Took off on me. We got to promote that up. Wait a minute. All right, we're going to put this up. This is Set Me Free, and it's awesome, and it's upbeat. You can dance to it. How'd you feel when you heard the song, Lena? Like, I saw you, like, having a good time with it.
You know, I feel that everything is a celebration. And I feel that we cannot try to be equal with the church. Like, Jesus is not Yahusha, okay? And I think that's important. God is not Yahuwah. Those are pagan deities. Yahuwah is the creator, period. Yahuwah is the savior, period. Yahusha was his name on earth when he walked here. But we cannot keep this comparison or trying to make, oh, the church was doing this, let's do this. I think that's not the point. Yahuwah is creative. Yahuwah is like the way we are made of his image. Look what he created out there. You know, everything is not the same. He created a lot of variety, and everything is very happy. Like, look, the birds, the way they sing, it's just beautiful. When we wake up here in the morning, you can hear the birds, you can hear the frogs when they do these different sounds and everything. So I was so happy. I felt it just gave me so much joy, and feel that I can also dance with YAHUAH music, and I'm not just converting a church song into YAHUAH. I think that's so disrespectful. So that's what I love the most about this song, that it is so much upbeat and so uplifting, and the words are beautiful, and being able to sing something like in the daily basics, but is praising YAHUAH. That's what I love the most.
I love it. Before I go to the song, let's talk about that shirt. Sister Amber sent this over. Is your name going to be on the next t-shirt? That's the back of the first shirt that went out. So everybody from November the 9th to December 31st that got to at least the bronze package, their name's on that shirt. Yes. Hey, go ahead and drop it in the chat. Is your name on that shirt? And then there's going to be a new shirt come out with all these names you see. So the cutoff is now May the 15th. We had to extend it. I needed a little bit more time. We had a leadership the other day, got the blessings. There's around 80 leaders that we brought it before the leadership and says, hey guys, I'm going as hard as I can go. Do you mind if we just take a little bit more time? I need about another 10 days or so to finish the translations for the Brit Hadash, the New Testament. And all the leaders came together and they said, hey, we got your back. We're giving you, because I said, hey, I'll go 24 hours and not even sleep, but I'm pushed to the edge. But I really wanted the Kahal to step up and say how they felt. And all the leadership was like, no, we want to give you that time. But it's also a blessing because it gives you more time to get to the higher levels. You go to tsnt.org, you'll see all the packages. We'll cover those in the next session to make sure everybody's clear on what's going on with that. So tsnt.org, just go over there and then get to at least bronze. And then if you're a bronze, you're going to get this. When the true scriptures come out, you're going to get the professionally stamped limited edition. These editions will never go to anybody on earth except the package holders. That's it. So you have to be bronze and higher. And then once we cut that campaign off, those are never going to be in production again, ever. So this is like a very special thing for those that are getting to at least, you got to get to at least bronze level. And then your name is going to be on the next t-shirt. And so there's going to be some people have two t-shirts, the ones that made the 1231 cutoff and those that are making the 515 cutoff. So you got all the way between now and all the way 515. But get your name on there today. Like if you're brand new listening or what's this about, go to tsnt.org, look at the packages, and look, you get your t-shirt, you get your hat, and you're going to get that collector's edition True Scriptures of the Brit Hadash. Now, you get yourself on up to platinum. You get up to platinum. When we finish the Tanakh, you're going to have 3 sets. You're going to have the Brit Hadash, you're going to have the Tanakh, and you're going to have them combined. Then once that's done, we're taking it to the world. So we got this project going on all year to get all this done. Our goal, we're shooting for by the end of December to finish the Tanakh, that's the Old Testament. So get your name on that shirt. So Patience, I think Patience might already be at least the bronze. Are you at bronze yet, Patience? Because your name will be on the next shirt. So I didn't want y'all to be able to see that. Get your name on the shirt.
Yeah,
and so let's get some music going here. You put some music, babe?
Let's go. Here's some music. I can't wait for that. I see people asking for how much is the shirt? No, we're not selling this shirt. You're only gonna be able to be in this shirt if you contribute one of the packages, okay? And you support this project, okay? So it's very important you understand that. Those that receive that shirt is until whatever package you hit by December 31st, the pagan December, okay? And whenever it hits pagan May 15, then that's going to be the cutoff, whatever level you got. And after that, the team is going to start shipping the difference if you already had something shipped already, or if you're new or after January, you're going to start getting your new packages, okay? Just to make it clear, but I can't wait. Let's listen to this song.
Hey, before we go, Lena, Sarah Hoke gave $3. She said, that's my last $3. Y'all send it out to Sister Sarah. Give her a shout out because that's that woman at the treasury when Yahusha was sitting there and she gave what she had. So we've seen people get more seed when they sow. I want to give a shout out to Hannah Tello. She came in with a contribution. We got a new bronze pack, Lena. Jean-Pierre Charles. Jean-Pierre Charles, new bronze package purchase. Contribution today. I should say contribution. Way to go. Welcome, Jean. Your name's going to be on that shirt. Queen Nelson came in with a contribution today, over $100. We got Hannah with 41.3. Sue with 10. See, you just do whatever. Brian Robertson with 21. Renee with 15. Queen Nelson 104. James Harris 104. Amber House 207. Sylvia Johnson $15.89. Every little bit is going towards building the kingdom. You ain't got to worry about it. It's kingdom business for real. Everybody turn your speakers up. Turn your speakers up. We're going to celebrate. 1, 2, 3. Set you free.
Just nowhere to be found outside in this world without love. But I have met the set apart. Oh, Master, set apart in truth. No one could ever love me like the way you do. And oh, Master, set apart in truth. You're the one who can my dreams come true. You're the one who I decided to believe in. The only one who could ever fight for me. No one is more powerful than you are. I will never doubt of you, Yahuwah. The very beginning, you were there. You were there.
Lady, yeah, I love that. Yeah, I love it, man.
I love those.
I saw y'all should see Lena last night. I was playing in the background because the full production of that song just got done yesterday. And the team loved it so much they cut a sample out like right away and kicked out that artwork on it. I think that's awesome, man. I'll play it one more time before we get out of Lena. One more time. Let's go.
Just nowhere to be found outside in this world without love. But I have met the set apart. Oh, Master, set apart in truth. No one could ever love me like the way you do. And oh, Master, set apart in truth. You're the one who can my dreams come true. You're the one who I decided to believe in. The only one who could ever fight for me. No one is more powerful than you are. I will never doubt of you, Yahuwah. The very beginning, you were there. You were there.
Yeah. Oh, man. Marquise, we're going to check on that. Sister Lene has been so passionate and committed. Lena, make a note. Let's check and see if Lene's hit the package already with Marquise. This is going down. For real. We getting it. Randy, you was moving.
Yes.
Yeah. We got music, soul variety. It's off the charts. So I'm going to
Yep.
play another song, give y'all another sample here later on today, but we're going to continue to build. We're going to be back here at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with some blazing fire. We'll finish this. We're going to break down. We're going to tear some Greek into shreds. We're going to
Yeah.
literally have a blast. So, Lena, any parting words before we finish out this first session?
Just answering few questions here. Yes, JC, you can donate with crypto in the tsnt.org. They give you the options there. So you can go there, and it's directly with donor box. So you can go into there. And the project there, yes.
And then sometimes, Lena, people are having an issue with that over there. If you have any issue, just send us an email, info@promotethetruth.com, and then the team will send you out an address to send and contribute the crypto to. So we've had people do that, Lena.
Yes. And also, yes, we're going to have 2 different books. Actually, there are going to be 3. So we're going to have the production of the Brit Hadash first. Then once the Tanakh is ready, we will have that separate. And then we're going to have the third one that is going to be the 2 together. Okay. So that way it's clear for everyone. I think that's all. I'm very happy with what happened today. Your interactions, your shares, your likes, that's what helps to spread the word, to tear down all this nonsense and spread Yahuwah's word. His ways are not our ways. His word, they're not our words and are not the translations of those pagan cultures. So if we want to have the true word out there in the world right now for all of us and for those lost sheep, we have to push it out. And it's going to be us or it's not going to be no one, because too many years have passed and no one have done it. So we are here together. It's time for us to push it out. We are just like this to be able to release this rehash. It's been an amazing journey. I appreciate every one of you. I can't wait to see you in the next session that is going to be 2 p.m. Eastern, correct?
2 p.m. Eastern
2
Standard
p.m. to
Time.
4 p.m.
That's less than 2 hours. We'll be back here. Sweet Pea, that's Patrice Pearson said, this is the first project that I have ever believed in. So I will be sowing into it and I will continue. She's been so incredible in what she's doing. Big shout out to everybody being here. I just love the energy that we had during this first session. We'll continue to take it up another notch. It'll grow throughout the day. Make no mistake about it. Yahuwah is not playing. We are tearing it down. Everybody in the intermission, make sure you're going over to tsnt.org. Go share that out with somebody. Just go to share it out with somebody and go, hey, can you contribute something today? They don't do telethons a lot, but when they do one, we just want everybody to support as much as possible. Love y'all. We'll catch y'all back here at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye-bye.
Love y'all.